In this video, we're talking about the Intercontinental title, but not the one that you can get on WWE Shop for $400. This belt was made overseas in Pakistan, and it has some similarities and differences compared to the official replica. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Like I said at the beginning of this video, we are talking about the WWE 2019, the new version of the Intercontinental title. You know, I really wasn't a big fan of this belt. I don't think a lot of us were when it replaced the classic Intercontinental title. I've always loved those classics, and I think you guys do too. But when I found this belt on Facebook, the seller was only selling this belt for $155. That's it. So compare this price to the WWE shop that sells it for roughly $400. If you can catch it on sale, it might be like $300. But this version is actually not an official replica. This version is actually made over in Pakistan by a real belt maker. A couple of similarities and a couple of differences between the two replicas and the bootleg belt that I actually own. So I bought this belt, and so let me show you what it looks like. And I think a lot of you guys will be pleasantly surprised and maybe even a little disappointed. So let's check it out. And here is the new WWE 2019. It came out in late 2019 Intercontinental title. Only 3 plates to this belt. Not bad at all. I was not a fan of this belt. I didn't really want it for my collection, but for $155, I thought, man, this is actually a great price to have this belt. And so I picked it up. It arrived in just a couple of days, and I've actually grown quite attached to this belt. So again, I want to stress this is not the official replica that you can buy. This is made over in Pakistan by a Pakistan belt maker. There are no WWE logos on the leather, but on the replica you will have the official WWE logo. On both sides of the leather, this one does not have it. One interesting fact is on the replica, the side plates remove from the back of the belt. On this one, as you can see, all of the backing covers up the screws, which means the side plates on this belt actually remove, like the belt on TV, they remove from the front. The official replica has the WWE official patch on the back of the belt. This one just has plain black backing, like the belt on TV. On the real replica belt, you have a real WWE gold tip on the end. This one is actually, unfortunately, a dreaded half tip. And what a half tip is, where the belt maker only put half of the belt tip on and is missing the back of it. So some guys will actually glue this on, and this guy actually like bolted it on. You can see the screws right there, and you can see the leather over there as well. That is kind of a bummer. What I'm thinking about doing is getting this belt re-leathered with the WWE logos and the leather, and replacing this gold tip with a normal gold tip, because I think this looks kind of ugly. I mean, the tip is cool if it was a full gold WWE tip, but I've never been a fan of half tips. I think they're so ugly, but there you go. On the real one, a full gold tip. On the Pakistan belt, a half tip. Also, comparing this belt to the official replica has the domed globes on the side of the belt, and this one is primarily flat the whole way through, just one layer. The globes do not stick up. It is just one flat layer of zinc. Although you do get a small WWE logo on top of the main plate. It looks about 2 or 3 millimeters of a WWE logo on top of that plate. But the globes on the replica stick out, and on mine they are flat. So the globes sticking out actually does not bother me a bit. Although it does look cooler on the replica, I am perfectly fine with this, especially for just 155 bucks. I think this was actually a great price. And I think I would have been a fool to turn that price tag down to get a new belt of 2021 in my collection, the very first belt that I bought in 2021. So the Intercontinental title, I could not pass that up. This is what the belt looks like over the shoulder. Boom, just like that. The leather is fine. It's not the best leather I've ever held. Pretty much like a standard Pakistan leather. Leather does kind of just fold over, which is nice. Like I said, the half tip does weigh it down just a little bit, but not a whole lot. And there's that side. This is what the belt looks like folded up in your hands. Looks like this. Walk around like Ric Flair if you want to. Or you can do what AJ Styles does. He folds it up. That's what he used to do during his promo pictures and his promos. He would fold it up under and hold it right here, which I always thought looked weird because I'm more of a fan of letting the leather just hang and hold it over your shoulder like this. If you watched my ECW video, you know I started doing this snap test with my belts because I've seen some horror stories of belts not being aligned and not snapping up. So let's try to snap this up. Of course, I'm a big guy. I don't ever wear my belts. I'm too big for them. I just hang them on my wall. But if I wanted to snap this up and shove it over my shoulder, I want to make sure it's going to snap. So let's try the snap test and see if the snaps do line up and if they snap. Oh. And they do snap. So even though half tip, there's no WWE logos on the leather, this is actually pretty cool. I'm glad that it snaps together. And it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. If any of you guys are not on Facebook, let me show you something that you may have not seen before. With this belt, I have seen a bunch of people do some modifications to this belt where they paint the leather blue. They have painted the water in the globes blue. They have even put diamonds and gems along the Intercontinental plate where you see all of these empty space areas with the circles on the main plate. They would put gems going all the way around the main plate, which I'm not really a fan of, but other people have done it. So you can do a bunch of different modifications to this belt, which I won't do. I'm going to leave it the way it is. I actually like it the way it looks. It reminds me of the Undisputed belt, where the Undisputed belt didn't have any paint on it at all except black. No blue water, no stones, nothing fancy. So while you're on YouTube, look up Sunset Flip Reviews, and he actually shows off a Intercontinental title, and it looks really good. He's a great guy. Check him out on Facebook at Sunset Flip Reviews. Just like the official replica, there is tooling in between the plates, which looks really nice. You can see it right there. You know, most makers probably would have just left that blank, but he actually did some tooling in between the plates, which is nice. And there is a full look of the back of the belt. The belt itself is not heavy at all. It might be like 6 pounds. With it being only 3 plates, it is not heavy at all. I think it feels good over the shoulder. And I get asked this question all the time in the comments. This blank spot you see behind me is actually my AEW World title. It is actually with the leather guy right now, and should be on its way back to me anytime. If not, I might already have it by the time this video goes live. But that is where my AEW belt goes, so I'm trying to just kind of fill that empty space in with me standing directly in the middle. In case you're wondering why the empty space is there, that is my AEW World title, and I'm just waiting for it to get back from leather. So I'm a big fan of the Intercontinental title, as you guys can see. It was one of my first belts I ever bought when I was a kid. The little plastic foam title belt. I still have that belt. Then I eventually got the WWF block logo Intercontinental title that Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels won. Then I got the 2019 version that they're currently using in WWE. And hopefully soon I will have my third official metal replica belt of the Intercontinental title when I actually have the Cody Rhodes version of the Intercontinental title with that nugget texturing behind the plates. The white belt, I will have that one soon because I won that belt in a belt raffle back in November. So hopefully it will be done anytime now. So there you guys go. That is my thoughts on the Intercontinental title. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys are new here and like belt videos, be sure to click that subscribe button, like this video. That way you guys can keep up on all my newest videos that I like to publish every week or at least every other week. With that out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Peace.